Hello, my name is Eli Zaelo. I am a singer from South Africa, currently living in Hong Kong. So I've been singing for as long as I can remember, probably from the time I was 3 or 4. And then I started taking lessons around the time I was 15. And then I got my Trinity grade 8 exam in vocals around the time I was 18. And then when I was 22, I auditioned for 21, 22. I auditioned for the Lion King musical production in Hong Kong Disneyland, and that's how I moved here. So my passion came before I came to Hong Kong. I've always been passionate about music, but I'd say that my career has been much more clearly refined and defined in Hong Kong. Hong Kong is home. I definitely say that knowing very much that I'm South African. So for me, I feel that my heart is big enough to accommodate both. So being in Hong Kong, I'd say it's always a learning experience. It's always a place to stretch me, to grow me. But in more recent times, I've also found that Hong Kong actually grounds me. I think I've been here long enough to find out or to make a life for myself that actually feels quite mellow on some days and more safe and more steady and more stable. Being in Lion King taught me was that dreams do come true, because I really wanted the role for at least 2 years before I got it. So it was an amazing validation. And then working for Disney, of course, it's a big production. So much goes into it, big company. So I learned a lot. I learned a lot about technicalities. I learned a lot about working in a team with so many people involved. So at the time, I was quite young, and I think it was a really good introduction to the entertainment space and to life in general. And even since then, now that I'm still working as a performer, I can see that that was a good foundation for me. Okay, so performing in Hong Kong versus performing somewhere else. I've performed in Hong Kong, I've performed in South Africa, I've performed in Gambia, and I've performed in the United States, and I've also performed in Thailand and mainland China. And I can tell you that Hong Kong, there is a certain curiosity that is, I feel that people are open to seeing what you have to offer. And yeah, so I'd say performing in Hong Kong, I'm most used to it. I'm most accustomed to life here and the audience here. And I understand it better now, 6, 7 years in, or maybe even longer. I totally feel more at ease with the Hong Kong audience because I know what to expect. I think Hong Kong is as inclusive as one chooses to see it to be. If you want total inclusivity, I'm not quite sure about that. But if you want inclusivity in ways that you are able to find your path, then I agree that it is. Why I say that is because I don't know everybody else's experience, and I don't also want to kind of belittle or undermine what other people go through. So when I say I find Hong Kong to be inclusive, it's because my journey has been as such. So yeah, I'd say it's a bit of both. For me, I think the inclusivity has actually quite shocked me because I didn't expect to do certain things, and I didn't expect to still be thriving so many years later, and I didn't expect to reach so many milestones. So in that, it has been a beautiful and a pleasant surprise. But like I said, I also know that my story is not everybody's story. I know that as a singer, and just working in the entertainment field, there are certain privileges that I've been introduced to. But again, that's not really everybody's story, and I'm always mindful of that. What I like the most about Hong Kong is my friends. I really enjoy, I'm really at the best place in my life right now where I'd say I enjoy the mundane things about Hong Kong, actually. Not that I don't enjoy being on stage and all of that, but I enjoy hanging out with my friends after church. My friends are from my church community, so I enjoy our lunches that we have every Sunday. I enjoy just sitting at home and over a good book or taking a walk. Those are the things that I enjoy about Hong Kong. The vast variety that we have of food choices and restaurants. So the simple things that make life life. Yeah. So for me, I think friendship has just shown itself to be such a pillar, um, especially in recent times, because I feel that the friendships that I have now have totally redefined what I believe friendship to be. And that is, friendship really can be family. And especially when you are far away from home, it's you tend to value them a little bit better. And yeah, I'm so appreciative of the life that I have right now and the friendships that I've made. For me, I'm always planning something. But to be honest, I think what I'm moving into more than anything is ownership. I think I have learned as much as I can as a performer, and I always will. And there's always room for improvement and growth, and I'm always going to perform. But I also want to look into ways in which I could start owning things, owning my concepts, owning businesses, owning more. So I think that's where my mind is shifting right now. It's taking up majority of my time planning that. But yeah, that only came through learning first. I'm grateful that I didn't jump stages. I went through a long period of working for other people, working with other people, learning about the environment, learning about different things. And now I feel that I'm at a point in my life where I could use those things to actually create longer lasting legacies. So I'm excited about this next chapter. Music is the most safest way to express one's thoughts. Music is a surprising force, because a lot of people, you never know how music could impact you. And that's why I say it's so surprising sometimes. And you never know how music could impact you. It's so subjective, and that's the beauty of it. Really, it's very intimate and personal to each person, and yeah, I would say that's music, a personalized form of expression. I've found that for me, I'm most inspired when it's an experience that I go through. I always like to connect to what I'm singing. I Yeah, and I definitely have new concepts and new music on the way. I'm at the point and the place in my life where I feel that is the right time for me to do that, to start writing longer projects. And my inspiration is mainly lived experiences. I think my advice, maybe when I was younger, my advice would be follow your dreams, follow your passions. But I don't think that is sustainable long term. I think have a plan. What do you aim to achieve from your dreams and your passions? Once you've figured out what you're good at, start asking yourself what you hope to get out of it. Because what you want and what I want are two different things. I find that especially in the entertainment industry or arts, people just walk in with a passion, but my passion, and that's great. But what about your passion? What makes you unique? And how do you express yourself? And what do you hope to get out of it long term? Because yeah, I think sometimes we face the danger of having unfulfilled artists, because if you don't know what you want, then you'll never know when you've got it. You'll just keep going and going and going, wanting something that you already have, or wanting something that you don't necessarily need. So yeah, just define what it is that you want, express your gift in a way that has sustainability long term. As a Black artist, I think there is potential to thrive, but I think I'm seeing it now. I think now there's a rise. Probably when I first started in 2018, not so much. We were limited to gigging spaces, but now it's evolving, and you can never say never. I don't know what the future holds. The world is ever evolving. One month doesn't look the same as the other. There's always growth and always expansion. So why not?